This isn't our Dominion, this is Tanks Dominion. Hello you crazy awesome gamers, Commander Lisa reporting for duty. First things first, extending the zone. Killbox construction is initiated. Getting the support helipad for the HQ, that's with recon and repair, yes please, and report turrets to shred those early monsters. Supply on reroll, woo! That's the moneymaker, baby! This run just got interesting. Slamming down 3 sturdy bunkers on the left, creating that frontline grandeur at least in the early waves. Getting the Bastion with Commander for that vital detection in case I will get invisible monsters. Zone is down. By the way, this map, chef's kiss, mwah. 1 tower card, you get 2 towers. Card time, 20% supply boost. Feed that beast, that economic beast, and 1 claymore, which means actually I get double the claymores. Now, Puma position online, bunker efficiency to make them hit harder and reload. Zone locked in on the top left, and sending in the wave. Quick short range link upgrade for the bunkers, that means more pain for nearby friends. Now comes the reinforcement phase, supply production boost, keep that cash flowing, yes please, and the Durandal position as well, banking on these big boys for serious late game hurt. Nothing major, defenses are holding, no sweat. I am really impressed with myself. Grabbing that first 400 supply cash and 50 recon, it's a nice little boost. Zone expanding on the left, slamming down a Durandal near this neutral position, that's for a cheeky range boost later when I upgrade it. Also maxing out the Mirador for that sweet HQ, HP and regen, and defensive backbone sorted, at least until wave, let's say 15. Next card, Scout Tower for Vision and another Durandal. Can never have too many of these. Devis Court, whatever you call them, those sneaky invisible thingies. And the Tunnelers, oh my god, I hate them. They are my shielded nightmare. Nothing is getting past this wall of fire. Actually, right now, wall of bullets. HQ is almost untouched. Retribution position, yes please, gonna be huge against the beefcakes later. No rerolls needed yet, so I'm expanding the zone towards the left. Wave 9 is incoming, they're definitely sending a lot more enemies, a lot more monsters, but these bunkers are well placed and they are just eating them up. I'm gonna focus on the crossfire, 5% more attack rate to adjacent buildings, and yeah, I'm getting the Brita's Nest, I have to place it. Alright, first 10 waves are in the bag, the foundation is laid, the economy is starting to hum. Not too much, but it's starting and the big guns are coming. Let's see what wave 11 brings. Wave 11 and finally closing off this entire side and also getting a free square. Unfortunately, it's not perfectly flat. The waves rolling in and those invisibugs are trying their sneaky stuff, but they're splitting at the crossroad, and that means easy pickings for now between the Durandal and the Miradors. Card choice time, electric arc cannon, oh yes, that's a big boy for later. I reckon I've got the perfect spot for it in that new central square. Future powerhouse secured. As cards come into play, I am picking another Mirador because I need a lot of anti-stealth. Next, zone placing time. I'm aiming to lock down this top right corner. Ooh, what's this? A supply production neutral building just appeared. Free money! This map just keeps on giving. And another Mirador down south. I gotta cover all the angles right now, especially for those sneaky invisibles. The wave is coming and oh my god, look at the number of shielded bugs rolling in. That's a welcoming party. I did not want it. But fortunately, they are splitting between the 2 entrances and that's a huge break for me. Card time. Tactical Fortress. Wait! Woo! I got it. And because it's this map, I got 2 of them. 2 fortresses for the price of 1. Well, not the actual price, just the price in cards, if that makes sense. This map is insane. Best map ever! I'm taking the Mirador again and the Scout Tower, maxing out that detection grid. And with the next zone placement, boom, right-sided loop closed. Now we are down to just 2 battlefronts, south and east, funneling them right where I wanted. The commander just vaporized 2 more invisibles and the rest split and ran right into the Durandal. Textbook! I'm getting the plasma fans and it's a 2-for-1 special on this map. Yes! Double the zappy, zap. Although I wish they had like infinite health. I'm upgrading the light mortar to ramp up the damage for each wave and shrapnel so it can see those sneaky invisibles. Then Puma blueprint, nice, and ooh, missile silo. I've been waiting for this. Ooh, the beautiful, beautiful missile spam is going to be glorious. My voice just cracked. Incoming, and the Bastion upgrade with the plasma cannon. It is absolutely melting those shielded units. And finally I get some Werewolf towers. I am building an arsenal here, people. I have 2 Werewolves and 7 Durandals. That Northern Durandal, by the way, it's the most valuable player right now, even spotting and shredding invisible. Acquisition procedures. We're sacrificing some range and damage this next wave only for a fat 80 supply production boost. High risk, high reward. Let's go! I gotta lock down that northern approach. Lots of invisible mixed in too, but my detection grid is holding. Card options, yeah, well, the Puma is always solid, and on this map that means 2 Pumas. And speaking of the devil, incoming transmission, Mucose and Sanatrope are detected, and those that I despise the most. I am slamming down a tactical fortress right by the HQ for emergency defense, launching the wave, and there they are, the Mucose going straight for the throat, meaning the HQ. But it was a good call on that fortress, it's holding them back. Reinforcement phase, and yes, zone command, I'm going for that straight away because it's gonna give me that sweet extra supply and recon, and because this map is the best, that's not 1 but 2 zone commands for a single card. The wave is coming, airdrops are trying their luck, but the fortress just depleted that Sanatrope. And what's this? Armored staging ground. Yeah, baby! That means tanks. Lots of tanks. I'm also upgrading the requisition hub to increase the income, especially for recon, praying I'm gonna get some mission control. Oh, no way! I just got mission control. It's here. I was just talking about it. Oh my god. And this map, on this map is perfect because I get 2 of them. I'm gonna place it, and where I should place it.
Many unbearable hours later.
It took a lot of decision power, but I am placing it right here because it's an open area, perfect to add a lot of buildings around it and a lot more mission controls, and I'm trying to boost that damage up. Another missile silo in the bag. Yes! I'm also grabbing the cooperative strategy for the mission control damage buff, and the wave is on. From the predictive deployment, reroll cost just went down by 5. That combined with the supply, 75 supply per reroll, oh, it's about to get silly really soon. Next cards are coming up. Oh my god. I got a 0.5 damage reroll. The wave is hitting, I have airborne assault, but I'm upgrading the HQ with the underground garage. I need those tanks. The bugs are coming, they are pushing through, and my HQ just took a beating. Half health is down. Card time, plasma fence again. Yes, that means I will have 4 zappy walls of doom. I'm placing one immediately, and I'm waiting on supply for optimized coils for the plasma wall, and yes, bugs melted fast enough. That plus 20 HP for the plasma is exactly what I needed after that wave. Zone expansion time, mirroring the southern setup in the north, and this classified site gives 300 supply if I build next to it. And I totally misclicked that Durandal placement. Whoops! Okay, Durandal down, upgraded, and getting that sweet range buff from the neutral building. I'm grabbing strategic planning. Shielded bugs are still a pain, so I'm going for the super heavy pulse defense. And another armored staging round. That's 3 tank factories I'm gonna have. No freaking way! I got another mission control? Are you kidding me? That's number 3. This is huge! Third mission control is the bomb. Now I'm waiting for predictive deployment to kick in again, bring that reroll cost even lower. I'm placing a control extension, plus 4 damage to all buildings. Yes, please. And car time. I'm gonna take Salamander position for now because You know what this means on this map, right? 2 for the same card. I'm dropping a Claymore Tower because I got the triple anti-air coverage and one more Puma for good measure. Waves rolling, bugs are trying, bless their hearts, but that plasma fence is just a wall of nope. This is too good to pass, retribution position and fortress, and on this map I get double of each. Zone expansion time and boom, this entire section is closed off. I am placing the new salamander near the mortar position. I need to upgrade those mortars later to super buff the flames. I'm gonna go with one more strategic planning, a fourth mission control. I don't even know what to say. This is actually crazy. The game just wants me to win at this point. Between the plasma fences, the fortress, the missile launchers, the tanks, the Durandals, the warlords, the salamanders, and 4 mission controls buffing everything to the stratosphere. Yeah, this is not a wave. This is just me announcing to the bugs that I am gonna do the invasion from now on. Card time. I'm going with electric arc cannon and plasma cannon, so I get double the bonus. They are coming. I have to place another Brita's nest. I'm elongating the path. I am placing the rampart missile silo and I'm launching the wave. They are coming right now. I believe that between the fence, the rocket launchers and everything else I've placed, also the missile silo as well is gonna dish a lot of damage, I think I am okay. Although the northern part seems to be more favored by the mucus. But all in all, the wave is done. I'm going with the ammo depot to supercharge my super plasma cannon. I'm extending the path and I'm dropping another plasma fence right here and launching the wave. Check this plasma fence combo. They are melting those bugs. One fence is on the left side. They go through it, they are being zapped, it cools down, and then they go to the second one. The second one takes over. It's a beautiful non-stop wall of zappy death, at least for now. But, of course, here comes those mega mucus, the pesky dividing slimes that are so annoying. They go through the force fields like, oh my god. They just keep splitting, 1 becomes 3, 3 becomes 6, and so on. I am placing another tank factory, and that means double the tanks.
Ready to roll out! 1
from the HQ, 1 from each staging ground. We're gonna have a whole armored division roaming around. They are right now pushing hard, but the plasma fences and the towers are locking it down. Of course, not that good against those mega mucuses. And look at those little tanks go. They go head on into the bugs. I'm getting the sanction cannon for that crucial slow effect. I'm gonna use it later, and the game's warning me. Incoming wave has upgraded level 1 bugs. I'm upgrading the plasma cannon with the solid frame and dropping the ammo depot right next to it. That combo boosts the fire rate from 50 to a whopping 75%. It's just ratata right now. It's shooting 3 plasma bullets in a wave. That's what I wanted to say with the ratata. And the wave, it's done. Anything before wave 35 is really easy. And I'm also thinking about the high capacity upgrade for the missile silo. I want to hit all the entrances instead of just 4. The wave is on, but I'm melting them rapidly. I'm adding another sanction cannon as a reward. I'm elongating the path with a 4-way cross, because now check this cool interaction. I get 3% damage per active entry point thanks to the Lisa commander. This crossroad effectively gives me that bonus 3 times for this path segment because of how it connects. That's a huge damage buff right there. This wave is easy peasy, it's done and gone. Last few upgrades before the big one. I'm maxing out the Mirador network to get all that bonus HQ health and regen. Every little bit helps. You know what that means, right? Now comes the real challenge, the reason you are here for, endless mode. Get ready, cause we're just getting started. I'm getting the Slovak howitzer for that damage boost by the time, and oh my god, one more mission control, I have 5. Woo-hoo-hoo. Although right now I cannot go any lower with the reroll, at least I am banking a lot of income for the recon, and also I get to draw cards. And also to boost the damage. The wave is on and I'm waiting for that supply to come in to get the cooperative strategy, which will increase buildings towers damage by 2%. The wave is coming. There's a lot of flying bugs in the northern part of the road, and right now they got past my tanks. They come out the tanks and they are dealing some damage, but it seems it's not enough. They are quite squashing my tanks, the mega mucuses especially. I'm hoping that the towers will hold on for now. Oh my god, I have two more. Okay. Ooh, they just avoided and went to the right side where I had two tanks. Oh my god. This was the make or break of this wave. I am going with Salamander because I need that damage in the northern part. I'm in the zone expansion phase and I'm going to reroll to increase a little bit the supply, and I got a perfectly flat tile and I'm gonna place it, utilize it to the max. You know me, I like to go straight to business. I am launching the wave and trying to do some upgrades here and there, especially for the fire rate for that plasma cannon, and also for the other salamanders, because I've placed another one near the ammo depot. All in all, they are gonna synergize between them. In the meantime, I'm upgrading as well the bunkers as much as I can with the, especially the second heavy vencedor. Oh my god, I'm stuttering because I'm so afraid of not losing. The mucuses got to my base. Oh my god, almost half-life down. The tanks are rolling out. I am trying to upgrade the miradors for close support to boost up that HQ life. Oh my god, don't go straight, don't go straight, don't go straight. Ooh, a lot of them went to the right. That's good. They encountered the tanks. Right now, I think I'm okay. One more. Oh, okay, they went to the right. Ooh, this felt like lottery. Oh my god. Nothing too cool here, but I'm gonna go for the doctrines twice, so I'm gonna get at least something else. I'm gonna go with the upgrade plans, and I'm gonna get the Slovak howitzer efficiency because I need more damage, rate of fire and reload. I am placing a bastion with the high ground expertise to gain some extra damage, and I am launching the wave. I can see a lot of airdrops. Oh my god, that's actually a lot of airdrops. Luckily enough, they are not dropping inside my base. They are dropping a little bit more towards the second kill box. But I can see a lot of the walking bugs, those that go on the terrain, passing through those two plasma fences. And that means I'm in deep problem. I need to push a lot more damage towards the northern part, and I'm trying to get close support for the HQ to upgrade the life and also the HP regeneration, if that makes sense. Right now I can see a bunch of them in the northern part, but I think the northern Durandal did a great job at getting their life down, getting them almost dead, and I can give the final push with the tanks. Right now everything seems okay, I hope. I got simple mechanics, 10% reload speed to all buildings, and also get 2 sturdy bunkers. That's really cool. Zone placing, I am locking down this northern part. I am placing another armor staging ground, and I want to upgrade the tank, the dozer blade. It's gonna give 1200 HP to the tanks generated by this building. Right now the northern part is being under attack. The tanks are resisting-ish. Luckily, I have a lot of them spamming, and especially the low-level bugs are being crushed, but the mucus are crushing my tanks in return, so I really need to reinforce everything I can. And I am spamming that dozer blade. I took the dozer blade upgrade, and I am also thinking about getting the second upgrade, which is gonna increase even more the life of the tanks. I think I just might win this wave as well. Right now, I think I'm okay, because the tanks are spamming. Oh my god, some mucus got to my base. I have 2 more go. Okay, they went to the right. I have some tanks. I don't have tanks. I have 1 tank going up. Come on. 1 more going to the right. So all in all, the tanks are going. I think I'm okay, and this wave is locked down as well, but I really need to reinforce this northern part. Next reinforcement phase, nothing interesting really. Here I'm gonna take the supply and the mirador. I did some upgrades. I'm gonna get the defensive network from the missile silo, and I am gonna place a lot of buildings near the mission control to get additional damage. I'm gonna place whatever I can, the sturdy bunkers, the pumas, the miradors, whatever. I'm also placing the salamander in the northern part, and I'm also thinking about a retribution position, but I don't have the necessary supply right now. I'm gonna wait a little bit to maybe destroy a few bugs, kill a few bugs, and as soon as possible I will get that retribution position. In the meantime, I am upgrading the salamander, going with the energy tap and also consuming some chips to get that slowdown effect. Retribution position, 765 supply, come on, just a little bit more, there it is, and I'm gonna place it as well in the northern part to shoot as much as possible the creeps, especially the mucus that are coming towards this. I upgraded it with the barrage protocol. I have 6 tanks right now. I'm gonna place a ammo depot as well over here and upgrade the attack speed for the salamander. Also, I took the upgrade for the salamander that gives 50% damage increase for every building near it. So it has 3 buildings right now, the Puma, the Mirador and the ammo depot. I am placing the Durandal in a desperate effort because my tanks are not handling really well. Oh my god, the mucuses are so annoying. They split and they deal a lot of damage. Fortunately, the wave is done. Ooh, another mission control. Although I don't need anymore, I'm gonna get it because of that damage boost and the ability to get more cards. I placed the retribution position in the northern part to additionally reinforce that area, also a mission control, and I'm also placing another control extension, so that's gonna be 4% increase in damage. I'm placing another Mirador to another mission control, and that's an additional 2% damage increase. And I'm launching the wave, another Mirador, 2% more. I just needed that supply. I am keeping an eye on everything I can. I have a lot of tanks being produced. I am going for the upgrades for the retribution position. I'm gonna take the barrage protocol for the left missile launcher and hoping that it's gonna be enough right now to stave off this wave. I can see the tanks pushing a little bit, but that's not enough. They have been destroyed. I've upgraded the ammo depot to the max to really help that salamander. Tanks are pushing right now, but those mucos are incredible. They have so much life because they divide. I'm thinking about placing another heavy plasma cannon to help on the northern part and many more Durandals, as many as possible. Right now I've placed one, I'm gonna place another one, and taking the long barrel upgrade for both of them. Thinking about the heavy payload as well, but right now all is it's okay. I took this wave down as well, and luckily I got the supply chain card, 40% increase in supply production. That's amazing. Because too many bugs are going in the northern part, I'm gonna sell the bastion and I will use the supply to buy another fence. Next wave is coming, and I'm thinking about the mission control cooperative strategy. I really want to get this to increase the damage even more. Right now the things are looking okay. Now the northern part, which is right now on the right side, it's okay. I have a lot of tanks being deployed, and I'm thinking about placing another mission control and getting that cooperative strategy, which will increase even more the damage my towers are dealing, because I have 2 square buildings to each side, so that's 8%. With the upgrade cooperative strategy, that's an additional 6% because it already has 3 buildings surrounding it. Also, new enemies, the dinosaurs are coming, but the ones I'm afraid of are the mega mucuses. Look at those green, huge monsters. They divide, and check out my tanks. They are being destroyed. Not even the tower, not the tower, the plasma fence I've placed between the Durandals is able to resist. It's a huge problem having to deal with this mega mucus. Right now, wave is done, but again, this is really dangerous. And oh my god, I got 2 mission controls this time. I'm definitely getting the mission control and the aircraft, airstrip, whatever. I am placing the flare, so I have bombers to bomb the entire left side, although it's not a straight line, so that's gonna work a little bit against me, but it's fine for now. You saw me placing a mission control, and about the armor staging ground, I'm getting the whole heavy flamer, trying to resist just a little bit more, and as well the tracing barrage LMGs. A thing to note is that these upgrades are working only for the tanks being produced by this building. The wave already is here, it reached my plasma fences, and all the fast small units are going around the base, and luckily in the northern side I have that salamander which stops them in their tracks. Although I have a lot of tanks rolling out, they are not that good yet, they don't have the upgrades for the life, and the swarm is coming mostly to the northern part, And I'm not confident that without some upgrades, like the upgrade for the plasma wall, that I'm going to resist this. Luckily, what works in my favor is that mostly they are really slow bugs and they can absorb some damage. I'm trying to upgrade whatever I can. The Durandals, luckily some of the mucus are going to the right. There's a huge amount of them. I am upgrading the retribution position with a large rack. They got past the wall, but I'm so lucky that they took that right path, because if they went straight for my HQ, I don't think there would have been any possibility of me continuing this. In terms of reinforcement, I'm gonna get the air command, which is gonna give me 2 air commands because of this map. I am upgrading this plasma fence with the perfect coils and the overcharge. From the armored staging ground, I'm gonna take the special alloy, which will increase the HP of my tanks. I'm going to place another mission control, and because I don't have enough supply right now for cooperative strategy, I'm launching the wave and waiting for the moment when I will have enough, because that's gonna be an additional 8% damage to all towers. Right now everything looks okay, but I know in the northern part I'm gonna have difficulties in repelling the attack. Even though the tanks are using the flamethrowers, as you can see in the center, I need to place another retribution position in the northern part. I need a lot of firepower over there for when the mucus are coming. I'm placing some sturdy bunkers in the center, upgrading whatever I can, and I'm placing them there because they are near the mission controls, which will boost the damage. I'm getting the upgrades for all the Durandals in the northern part of the base, and I'm also starting to think about the Claden cannon, because it's gonna add 75% damage, 2 targets, and 50% explosion size. So that's gonna deal a lot of damage to the mucus, because they divide, and when they divide they are really stacked together. I know that right now they prefer the right side, so I am hoping that it's gonna take them a little bit longer to get to the HQ, just in time to get more tanks out. They are close to the HQ, but the tanks keep rolling out. Oh my god. Comes for the reinforcement part, I think I'm gonna go for the Durandal and retribution position cost. I rerolled everything I've got to increase the income, and also put a cross to increase the damage from the commander. I place an air command, I'm getting area reconnaissance, which is gonna boost my recon production. I'm also upgrading the plasma fence with perfect coils, 100 HP, and also overcharged network, which is gonna give me damage when they get overcharged. Now, the wave is coming, and I am eyeing the overcharged ammunition for the werewolf position, which is gonna help me even more to slow down the enemies, the bugs. Right now, there's packs of them, the flying ones that go over the walls, but they are being stopped. And a lot of the yellow flying ones, which are quite tough, are being stopped in their tracks for now. There's a lot of mucus being taken down in the northern part right now, especially the salamander. It's doing its job, it's slowing them down. The tanks are trying to push them back. Right now I'm resisting. The attack is stopped around the salamander position. In the middle part I have the bunkers, I have the miradors, I have tanks as well. They are stopping. There's a huge mega mucus coming in the middle. Come on, get it down, get it down. Suddenly, oh, there was the commander. Oh my god, the commander saved me. But in the meantime, in the northern part, I was overrun. They are coming. The tanks couldn't hold, but luckily the towers, everything I've placed, I think especially the Claden Durandal cannons did their job. The tanks are rolling out. They are going down so fast they are not touching too much my HQ. Ooh. Wave 45 done. I'm taking the Mirador with the Claymore, no other option. I am placing the... what's this tower name? The Omega Emitter, yeah, that's right. And right now I am launching the wave. There's a huge amount of them. I'm placing a retribution position in the second kill box. I'm trying to create that second kill box because I need to get their numbers down a lot more before they reach my main base. I'm upgrading the fortress as well. The income begins to steamroll in. More and more supply is gonna come, and I'm gonna be able to get more upgrades for all the towers. Right now there's a lot of the fast ones, the flying ones, but they can't get past the salamander. There's also a lot of mucus and the, I don't know, the shielded type ones, the turtles. I'm gonna call the turtles, but they went down really fast. The yellow ones, the shielded ones are coming. I have some mega mucuses coming as well, the green huge guys. Right now they are going down really fast. I am resisting overall. In the south part, that was closer. I just placed another Mirador. I'm getting it fully upgraded. I have some supply. It looks like my tanks have been pushed back. I think I'm in trouble. There's some mucus coming in. As always, they prefer the right side where I have more tanks. Luckily for me, that's enough for now to hold. The tanks are being... they're being taken down. I have the commander straight in front of the headquarters, which deals a lot of damage, and the HQ is taking some damage, but that was right at the end of the wave. Oh my god. And at the final moment, I took the upgrade for the zone command. I'm choosing the Bastion and the Salamander for reinforcements. I rerolled everything for the extra supply, and I got a corner, so I'm placing it here. I'm placing 2 more air commands, one in the left corner and one at the bottom, and also I'm upgrading them fully to get more recon, more damage against air units, and also to get more smoke signals. I am placing the first smoke signals in my base. I'm utilizing the entire space. I'm placing one behind the second kill box Durandal and the other one at the opposite position. I don't have any more place to place them on the length of my, let's say, main line, so I need to do whatever I can to dish out more damage in the second kill box. Also, I found something interesting, that if you upgrade your Omega emitter while it's shooting, it's gonna restart shooting from the base, like now. And that's good because you don't have that reload time, especially in dire moments like this one. I am getting a lot more supply right now, faster, so I'm going over the retribution positions, trying to upgrade them to the max. Over here, I am watching the main path of the bogs, the northern part. I'm upgrading the bunkers as much as I can, especially those that are on higher ground. I am going for the high ground expertise, which adds 100% damage per height level. So at level 3, that's gonna be 300 plus damage. Also, I'm upgrading the other Durandal, and my tanks, although they are rolling out and I have quite a few of them, they are not up, they are not a match for the mucus yet. I'm placing a Salamander, a Desperate Salamander. Oh my god, there's some mucus at the bottom. They got to the base, but a lot of them... Oh my god, half of my life is gone. There were some tanks and the Miradors and the Fortress took them down, but that was like really risky. Right now, if any of them go straight, oh my god, I'm dead. But fortunately, most of them took the longer path to the right. Another wave is done. Oof. I'm choosing the Bastion and the Retribution position to get that double amount of towers, and I'm upgrading the Rampart missile silo with the Victis warhead. Although it costs a lot of supply, it adds 300% damage. So I am hoping, because the missile silo is upgraded to shoot on all entries, having that 300% damage increase. Oh my god, yes, it does a huge difference. It is destroying all the small bugs, and this way it's gonna help me make my towers focus only on the big units, the big ones, the dinosaurs, the shielded ones, and especially the flying big ones, yellow ones, the mucus as well. The mega mucuses, I'm not even gonna mention them because they are my worst nightmare. I place another retribution position. I'm taking the barrage protocol with the large rack, so that's like 100% increase in damage, and the missiles go from 6 to 10. Some mucus are trying to push on the lower part, and I'm placing a Salamander. I am trying to dish out a little bit more damage over here because right now this is the most exposed part, although in the northern part the majority of the enemies are coming. In the middle line, there was the commander, just died, but it took out the mega mucus. There's one more mega mucus. Come on, go down, go down. Ooh, that fortress is huge. There's a dinosaur, but I think it's gonna die. Yes, another mega mucus. I'm upgrading all the bunkers that are shooting towards the middle, and because of the missile silo upgrade, they have huge range right now. They are covering as well the bottom line. In the north, things are looking... Well, now they are looking a little bit worse, although the mucus are going to the right side. I have tanks. Yes, I have enough tanks, but still a huge part of them got here. I definitely need to increase the damage I'm dealing in the second kill box. For the cards, I'm getting the zone command, 2 extra for the recon, and I am re-rolling everything I have until I think I have a good amount of supply, and also like a 4-way crossroad. I'm placing another signal flare, this because that's the only place I can. I am placing also another missile silo and getting the high capacity upgrade to target all entries, and also getting the heavy hull for some tanks. That is gonna increase a lot the damage they can absorb. I'm launching the wave. I am checking what plasma fence hasn't been upgraded with perfect coils. I found the one and I am waiting for that supply to come in. The supply is beginning to come faster and faster because there's a huge amount of bugs, and because of those two missile silos that are continuously shooting everywhere, I get a lot more income. I've upgraded the perfect coils, and I also took the upgrade about whenever they are in cooldown, they give 5% extra for the towers that are near them. Although this, in retrospective, was a mistake, because if I wanted more howitzers, not howitzers, yeah, the Slovak howitzer, I couldn't upgrade them with that 5% damage every 10 seconds and so on, because I don't have any more chips, and you're gonna see this a little bit later, the moment I realize I effed up about that. But all in all, now I am on stronger legs. You saw the upgrades I was doing as well. I was thinking about the weapons and the alloy. I took the weapons in this case because I need also some form of attacking them before they come to me. That being said, right now I think I am okay, much better than in the waves before, where I was so scared about everything that was happening in the northern part. Maybe that's because I've upgraded a lot of stuff. I have a lot more supply income. Right now I have almost 4,500 supply, so you can see it's beginning to be in my favor. Not even one mucus reached my HQ, although there's a lot more of them coming from behind. Maybe because I've expanded that main line a lot. I'm thinking about getting the upgrades for the Slovak howitzer, and I'm gonna go with the heavy loader and the triple barrel. I didn't took it now, but I'm gonna take it later for sure. Regarding the cards, I'm getting the Claymore and the Durandal upgrades. After that, I'm placing a bastion in the northern quadrant of the base because I need more firepower. I'm gonna get the simple design for the reload speed, roof snipers, and shooting floor. After that, another Durandal position, long barrel, heavy payload, and blessed machine. It was so cheap because I've placed it near a neutral building that reduces the upgrade cost. I'm getting the salamander target painting to add 2 range to the Puma, and I'm launching the wave. A lot of airdrops. I'm not scared about those. What I am scared of is the shielded units, because right now, even though I have some plasma cannons, I don't have enough firepower to cover all the shielded units. But I do have the bombing runs, which I think are gonna make a huge difference. Right now, not many of them are getting to the second pair of plasma walls. First bug reached the second line of plasma cannons, but I placed a fortress. I got the lateral reapers, and I think it's gonna help because it adds a lot of damage. The income is coming, the supply is coming. I am thinking about the Durandals. Maybe I will be able to get one more blessed machine, or, you know, just in case something happens, I might be able to just upgrade whatever I can. But in the meantime, I'm okay. I placed another Durandal. I'm gonna place another one. I'm gonna get the first 2 upgrades. And in case I need more damage, I can always upgrade them to Clandon Cannon. I'm upgrading the sturdy bunkers, and it seems for now that I'm okay. I'm getting the short range comlink for the bunkers that have some bunkers around them, because that way they get even more damage. In the meantime, it seems I am locked in tight. Nothing too bad is happening. There's a lot of mucus in the northern part, but there is a lot of firepower, especially from the salamander, which slows them down. That gives a lot of time to the other towers to dish in, to add a lot of damage. I'm getting the long barrels for the miradors that are not close to the HQ, and the wave is under control. I think this is the point where we begin our invasion of the bugs. I am placing whatever buildings I can to get that recon income even higher, because I want to get the supply from the reroll, and also I want to get that 0.5 damage for all towers from the reroll. So I need as much recon as possible. Right now I took the Avenger missile rack, and I'm thinking about upgrading the tactical fortress even further. But here comes the card picking time, and I'm going with tanks. I rerolled everything to get a lot of supply and damage, and luckily I got the Obeliskator. All buildings gain 10% damage. I'm placing a Puma for that bonus. About the Rampart missile silo, I'm taking the defense network and the Exitium warhead, 10 targets and 50 explosion rate. I'm placing 2 more armored staging rounds for extra tanks, and I'm upgrading the retribution position. The wave is underway. Right now, the second kill box holds. I am upgrading whatever I can. I just took the large rack for another retribution position. I'm not worried too much right now. You can see that I am pushing back almost everything. I'm just worried about when the mega mucuses are coming, the green ones on the far left side of the screen. I also had enough supply for the forbidden explosives, so my retribution positions are upgraded to the max. I am shooting, I am dealing a lot of damage. I have the bombers going up and down from the right to the left, and I have a huge amount of tanks. Air command, I saw that I didn't took the second command, so I'm thinking about it. I also have some mission controls that I haven't used in terms of strategic planning, because the predictive deployment, the one which gets my reroll cost down, is not working anymore. But also the other upgrade I could take utilizes chips, and I don't have any. So no matter what, I must take that -5 reroll even though it's not working. I'm upgrading the Durandal to the blessed machines, and I'm watching us on the south part. I was a little bit menaced, but I got out of that situation pretty good. The Durandals have been upgraded to the blessed machine. The game is starting to lag a little bit. This is wave 51 and there's a lot of tanks on the screen. Nothing too dangerous. I think I really got past the point where they can destroy my HQ. I upgrade whatever I can, and I will just let this wave finish. Enjoy it if you want. For the next cards, retribution position and air command, I'm trying to find a place for the missile silo. I found one, and I'm gonna upgrade it to the high capacity and get the defensive network, which improves the bunkers range. As you can see, it's huge, and it also gives me 2 bunkers. I am placing the bunkers, and I'm upgrading whatever I can about them to shoot towards the left side. I am placing 1 more retribution position to shoot its rockets, and because I don't have any more supply, I am launching the wave. This is gonna be a long wave. I'm gonna comment on it sparingly, because starting with this wave, the waves are increasing in length. They begin to be like 15, 20, 30 minutes, and nothing much is going on other than just trying to get enough supply for the upgrades and placing whatever cannons, whatever towers I can. Right now you saw me just taking the large rack for the retribution position, which upgrades the rack from 6 missiles to 10 missiles and also gives a 50% damage boost. I am a factory of tanks. I produce a lot of tanks. They start coming from the northern side, although the mucuses, whatever the plural for the mucus would be, they are getting into the northern part. But I don't think they are gonna do anything about the amount of tanks and towers that I have. There's some going in the middle, gunning straight for the headquarters, but there is no possibility that they will get to the HQ. Right now, the only interesting thing is that the mucus party has arrived to the plasma fence that is closest to my HQ. the area where the salamander and the durandals are. But they couldn't penetrate, and so I pushed them back. I am generating a lot of tanks, and I'm looking to upgrade them even more. Right now I have 12,000 supply. I am sure that for the next waves I'm gonna push my tanks to maximum health, and that is going to help a lot, and they are going to be able to push the monsters, the bugs, back even more. I am gonna be the one that is invading them. Enjoy the rest of the wave. Reinforcement phase, I'm gonna get the air command just in case I will be able to find more space for them, and I'm gonna reroll, and yet I got a perfect flat square. I'm gonna place it behind the HQ to be able to put more flares. I am placing one more smoke signal for the bombing runs. I am taking the strategic planning, going for the division relay for extra recon, and I got another mission control, which of course is gonna help me. I am placing the division relay, pulse cannon, intelligence command, and I take all the second commands I find to finally place the last flares for the bombs. Of course, I should have one more, and I found their command which didn't have the second command. I upgraded it, placed the flare, and I am placing one more super heavy pulse defense, upgrading it, the mission control, doing all the upgrades, and attaching the extended modules for that extra damage. And finally I took the triple barrel for the Slovak howitzer. I'm not gonna comment the wave too much because I'm beating the crap out of the bugs. Enjoy! Another round of decisions, I rerolled everything, I've put that at the end of the road to be able to put some flares. I'm taking strategic planning, I'm getting the Omega emitter and also the Durandal position. I am placing the Durandal position, upgrading it to the max blessed machine. Then I'm placing a Werewolf, again easy access, shrapnel and overcharged ammunitions, upgrade to slow them down. I'm placing the Omega emitter wherever I can. At the end I am getting the focused fire, safe wirings and charging cells. Also placing another sanction cannon and getting all the upgrades. Going for another strategic planning, getting the armored staging round that makes even more tanks. And another mission control. Placing the mission control and getting the cooperative strategy for extra damage, placing one more Werewolf and the wave is launched. That's about it, you crazy awesome gamers, for now. I haven't finished this game yet. I'm at wave 61. If my PC will handle it, I will try to get to wave 100. But for that, subscribe, like, comment, stay tuned. I'm coming soon.